Today's podcast is brought to you by our friends over at Smart Deploy, the first and only to offer Windows deployments from the cloud. You can head on over to smartdeploy.com/FRD, find links in the description, or stick around to talk about chips. Because Paul,
chips.
Paul, the chip shortage has finally impacted me in a very,
oh no,
very serious way.
Okay.
Yesterday, I opened up my phone and I opened the Chipotle app because I was going to order my favorite sort of meal, and they had no chips. Not even making this up. I did not get my Chipotle order because they were out. They said we have no chips, and
and I hope what you said is, you do one thing, and that is deliver a very limited selection of Mexican-inspired foods.
And so,
I had this conversation at KFC one day. It's not like I go to KFC every week, right? It's not really that healthy, but KFC is amazing. So one day I pulled into the KFC drive-thru. I sat there in line like a jerk, got up and made my order, and then the woman says, "We're out of biscuits. Would you like a chocolate chip cookie instead?" And I said, "No, I don't want a chocolate chip cookie." If I wanted a chocolate chip cookie, I wouldn't have driven here. But yeah, there you go.
I need to find the name of this too.
I thought you were going to say you ordered an iPhone and it's not coming in until January or something.
No, you can't order that until Friday. I did order yesterday against all bones in my body, and this is why I was trying to comfort myself with Chipotle, because that's good food.
Sure.
I ordered an iPhone 13 Pro silicone case in Abyss Blue. It's actually
you could order that today.
It's going to arrive today.
I was going to say you're going to be in that awkward position where the case is sitting around your house for like a week before the phone arrives.
Technically more than a week.
Oh, one time I went out of my way and made this really expensive Compaq computer purchase before Compaq was bought by HP. And it was like, I don't remember what it was anymore really exactly, but a laptop. And it was like at the time you could have those slide out like extra batteries instead of an optical drive, so you could swap that out. And then there was like a dock. And the dock and the extra battery thing arrived, and then 2 months went by. 2 months. So I canceled it. I had to send it back. It's terrible. I understand your disappointment. What was it? Abyss Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice.
Like navy blue-ish, but
yeah, Google would have called that not quite navy blue. Or orbiting close to navy blue or something like that.
It's painfully accurate because that's what they would do.
But it's close enough. I think you'll.
The problem, if it was leather, then it'd be perfectly fine, but it's not. That's the problem.
Sure.
Not that I'm some sort of like leather enthusiast, but it's what I do. I buy a phone and put it in whatever.
Sure. You probably had the same damn case for the same 3 years you've had the same damn phone.
So. I did, right up until I took it off.
Oh, right. For the
3 months ago to put put the camel.
I noticed the color of that battery case appears to be, what would you call that color?
Not quite navy blue. You notice
also that must be a silicon. Is that a third party thing or not?
Yeah. This is dude. This thing was $8 on Amazon, and it's
That's
by
amazing.
Morphe. Like it's not some.
Yeah, it's the real deal. That's good.
But it's also a 10s. So this thing was just like when they pulled it off from me, they went, and then put it in the Amazon box and.
Right.
$8. I was like, man, you can't beat that for.
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah.
The Apple one is probably like $150.
Oh, I'm sure. And it is definitely silicone and only comes in black or white, which, as we've all learned, is not navy blue, which is back to the problem here.
Well, if you wanted to be able to customize your phone, you should own an iPhone. Nailed it. Nothing. Sorry.
They're good at selling accessories. That's
true.
I mean, those billions don't make themselves, as we have learned. So also a rocket went into space. I don't know if anybody else cares about this, but I absolutely watched the whole thing.
I think everybody cares about this.
Yeah. 500 and I think.
I'd like to see a rocket go into space without a billionaire on it for once, but at least
yeah, I was about to say that was almost true, but I don't know if one of the people on there might have been a billionaire. He was really wealthy.
One of them was a billionaire.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe eventually Paul will have it. What if we did one of these from like from space. Can you imagine how much?
Dude, I get scared going on carnival rides. I don't know.
That's
I don't know that I could be launched into space without just completely. I'd have to wear like Depends or something. Like I don't.
worth it. I mean,
Well, you wouldn't want to be in that cabin.
I mean, we could definitely talk more about Abyss Blue because I think there'd be all over.
Abyss Blue, yeah. Yep.
For those who aren't aware, Inspiration 4, as they call it, which there was a whole Netflix series on, which I absolutely did not watch because I don't know. Something felt weird about it, so I didn't watch it. But anyways, they launched 4 civilians into space just completely autonomously and just circle the Earth 3 times.
Did they use like Tesla Autodrive to make this work? Or
well, so there's a joke in there. It's like, hey, look, they finally got full self-driving, except it's on a rocket, not on their cars.
So this is why I don't use Linux, right? And
Wait, what?
Oh, wait, hold on. This will make sense. Imagine I'm on a road trip and I got Linux on my laptop and that's all I got. And then the thing doesn't boot up or I can't log in. Or something happens. I can't do it, right? Yeah. I can't fix it, right? I'm dead. I'm just dead in the water. Now, if that happens, I don't die. But it's like, yeah, we're going to launch you guys into space. Remember back in the 60s when we used to launch like monkeys and dogs and stuff into space? We're going to do that to you. Mm-hmm. You can't fix anything if something happens. I mean, you can talk to us, I guess, unless that breaks. But you won't have any of the skills you need to fix anything. So we're not going to just take you on a cross-country flight to California. We're going to launch you into orbit. And then, hopefully you'll be fine. Right? I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
If you were a pitcher, we call that from the stretch position.
Okay.
I was not prepared for that, but I see where you're going.
Right.
But yeah, and more importantly, it's not like it was one person like 3 of their best buds. Like these were, I mean, they were very well respected people who are all locked into this mini Titanic that's flying around. But at the same time, like.
Oh man!
People act differently when they're in confined spaces, and you can't predict. Simulations are one thing, but when you're actually up there and like the other side of
then it turns into a Stephen King story. There's gonna be that one guy who's like, "I got to get out of here."
Yeah,
like the guy in the plane that tries to open the emergency door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
these people must have undergone incredible psychological profiles and whatnot.
I would only imagine so. But if you want to make sure you keep your sanity, you should definitely check out our friends over at Smart to Play, because Smart to Play allows IT departments to re-image unlimited computer models from one golden image. Search their library for your models and grab your free subscription over at smarttoplay.com/FRD. Yes, you should.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could use Smart to Play like in those capsules to
re-image the spacecraft.
Yeah. I think that might be a stretch.
Yeah, it's probably more likely to be powered by a Raspberry Pi than a Windows computer, but I don't know what they use in these things. It's got to be something esoteric.
It's got to be. I mean, they're all whatever. It looks like
it's not like an update. You have to do it right now. Sorry.
It looks like fun. I joked on Twitter that they're up there for 3 days, and they could potentially complete one game of Risk without being interrupted by whatever.
Not Monopoly, huh?
Yeah, I feel like Monopoly might be a little dangerous to play in that game. Park Avenue.
Too many. Well, Risk has got all those little, swallowable pieces. I mean, bump, little red and blue pieces go flying in the air.
I mean, I've gotten mad playing Risk, but I mean, people get angry playing Monopoly. Like, what do you get?
Because it's real life. Eventually, it becomes.
I think it hits a little close to home.
75% of people.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta pay what to stay here? It's like,
yeah, exactly.
So, anything's more or back to things more relevant or whatever. There's a new build of Windows 11 for dev. Nothing really.
Wednesday, by the way.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, they kind of
added one menu item, so it's a big deal. It's the next version.
We got that. Is it 1 week away from the Surface event now officially?
Yes, 1 week yesterday. Yeah.
You know what also annoys me about Windows?
Please tell me.
Why is this collapsed? So I poked the time.
The calendar doesn't work.
Yeah, the calendar was collapsed. I was like, why?
I know.
Just be open.
It's beautiful.
I
loved everything about Windows 11. I'm not going to complain.
Well, they definitely didn't rush to get this UI on there. I can guarantee that much.
They rushed the hell out of this thing, but I will say this: it's still not as bad as Windows 8.
Oh, not even close. Like not even in the same ballpark.
Yeah. So I mean, I mean, I have my own complaints, of course I do. I complain about everything, but yeah, it's still a million times better than Windows 8.
Yep, it is. I hear you. And you should also hear us talk about Smart2Play, because you should definitely head on over to smarttoplay.com/FRD, a flexible solution for the modern workplace. Grab your free software worth $570 at smarttoplay.com/FRD, and we will be back unless the capsule lands on one of us, which would be really bad.